will cross our privilege. The waving storm of great memories of fleet shall always be a sign of liberty.
All hail Biafra, the land of rising sun. Oh, hey, Biafra, the land of rising sun. This is our own flag, the sign of unity. This is our nation, the mother of freedom. Welcome to my home. This is my motherland. In the world we sing, all hail great Biafra. In the world we sing, freedom flag you've got it. In Biafrans we say, the hand of God is with us. In Biafrans we say, the battle has been won. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is singing. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is singing. Freedom from dictatorship, tribalism, monopolies gone. We are the children of great light. The darkness can never overcome. God has blessed this great nation, the nation of the rising sun. In the world we sing, all hail great Biafra. In the world we sing, freedom flag you've got it. Biafrans we say, the hand of God is with us. Biafrans we say, the battle has been won. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is singing. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is singing. Oh, hey, Biafrans, the land of rising sun. This is our new flag, the sign of unity. This is our nation, the mother of freedom. Welcome to my home. This is my motherland. The world will sing, all hail great Biafra. The world will sing, freedom flag you've got it. Biafrans will say, the hand of God is with us. Biafrans will say, the battle has been won. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is singing. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is singing. The world of freedom, victory is here. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is here. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is here.
Yes, once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, wherever you are across the globe. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uchi Okafor-Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Beku, the one and the only man that stood up to speak for the collective interests of Biafran people for almost 60 years now. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwukike Abiyama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, as always, we must go ahead and acknowledge the Creator. Because in the end, everybody must hail Biafra. And he is the confidence assurance that everything he has said concerning us must come to pass, because we in turn understand that God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. That is why we are here in the first place. And so I humble myself and I say to him, Odi onye yirigi o, Odi onye yirigi, Iman odi onye yiri Chineke nke n'igwe. Unwere onye a ga-eji ma ya tụsọwụ ya yiri ya o. Ọ dịghị onye yiri gị, ọ dịghị onye yiri ya, ọ dịghị onye yiri Chineke nke n'igwe. Unwere onye a ga-eji ma ya tụsọwụ ya yiri ya o. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma ịhụnanya na gị. Bioma gị o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alfa na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. You see? And of course, once again, I greet everybody at the sound of my voice this morning. And I want to thank you, Biafrans, because you are good people. Believe me, whatever we do here, whatever we have done in the past, and whatever we shall do tomorrow, must be considered as an act of righteousness, as an act of love, for we are not savages. We can choose to be. Some people say they are talking, because we want to know how many countries that are civilized in the world. We're engaging all of you through reasoning, appealing to your conscience, your mind, to see if you are still in there. Maybe you're being moved by a cheap memory card, because that is what it seems to us. And so we keep engaging the world according to the laid down principle and rules that governs the world. We are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. Never you forget that. Without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic this morning, which is simply titled, The Three Most Powerful Conspiracy Theory Against the People of Biafra. The three most powerful conspiracy theory against the people of Biafra. And now, before I was caught up by Facebook and other idiots who thought they control the social media, we were actually sending a message across to the new American ambassador to Nigeria. And as such, I was stressing the fact that every genuine country in the world, every genuine nation in the world who have their ambassador in Nigeria should recall all their ambassadors, because all of them are corrupt and all of them have been compromised. And if they dare stand up to speak the truth, they will be indicted by Nigeria. Many countries today cannot challenge Nigeria. For Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba to be challenging any country, even though they are sovereign nation, undermining the rules of AU, EU, as well as UN. It is because most of these people have compromised. He who paid the piper detained the tune. The only reason why most African countries will look for us to hunt us down is because they are part of the people stealing oil from our land, because he who paid the piper detained the tune. So many areas to conspire against us. The moment America made an announcement and said that Nigeria is under the watch list of those countries that are persecuting Christians, now you see part of the conspiracy we are addressing. A Fulani man or Yoruba idiot saboteur, all these, what do they call them? Muslim, who have been killing for Allah in the name of jihad. Maybe they are putting on Father Christmas. All these things are conspiracy. They came and threatened America. We made the American police of the world, and then they went behind. And afar, who would believe that Mecca will wear Father Christmas and go to America? Who would have believed that? But when they do all these things, they are exposing themselves, and that is why we are here. Because tomorrow they say, after all, Muslims are loving. Don't you see in Nigeria, even Muslims of Nigeria wear Father Christmas, but it's an abomination. This is one thing they don't know. After all, the Bible they gave to us say that there is no relationship between Jesus and Satan. There is no relationship between Muhammad and Allah and Christians, I mean to say. And so by the time Fulani begin to dress like a Father Christmas, Muslim begin to dress like a bishop, pope, this is an insult and a sacrilege to the Christian faith. But these are conspiracy. They say, don't worry, just go there, video it, put it online. So American can now see that Muslims in Nigeria, they are the boyfriend and girlfriend of the Christians in Nigeria. Utu is here. This is not the truth. This is conspiracy. Because one day, the United Nations, one day, the European nation, one day, maybe China, or America, or Japan, one day, maybe African Union will say, but there is harmony in Nigeria. Did we not cite even those in the mosque celebrating Christmas with the Christians? Who the heck is propelling this lie, saying that Muslims are killing Christians in Nigeria? But that is all your business. It doesn't concern us. This is conspiracy. Today, all the ambassador or high commissioners of all the countries that have offices in Nigeria, they can't talk. When you hear FBI of America and other criminal so-called security or whatever name they call themselves across the globe, looking at the truth and telling lies, it is because they have all been compromised. The day they say the truth, they will be indicted. And so there is a need for the world to begin to review their standard. Because of the issue of Biafra, all of you are on trial. The world is on trial. What Nigeria normally do is that at the end of the day, they send you. This is recession time for the new American ambassador in Nigeria. What they will do to that woman now, I'm talking to Americans, and I'm talking to that woman who is now the new American ambassador in Nigeria, to be very careful. Because now they are going to give you gifts. If care is not taken, they will give you all your wealth. And FBI will not investigate you. But let me tell you, they are not giving you because they love you. They are greedy people. They are giving you to indict you. They will video you. All those money they will send to you to bribe you. They will video you. They will indict you. And the day you will see evil in Nigeria and you want to talk about evil, they will remind you that you are part of that evil because you have been compromised. Don't let them deceive you. They are going to come with fine girls, fine boys. They are going to tell you that Nigeria is heaven on earth, that we are carrying out propaganda here. They are going to lie to you from the bottom of your head to the sole of your feet, and they will bring you down. But be very careful. Americans are not hungry. The most poorest man in America is richer than more than 90% of the so-called zoo citizen, Nigeria. You are not hungry. Don't kill next generation of Biafra because you are there. Tell the world the truth, let them know the truth. Or most of the ambassadors have been compromised. They pretend as if it doesn't concern them, but it will concern all of them one day. Because when this thing will start, none of your country plane will move any of you out, because you see this evil and you fail to talk about this evil, and yet you preach against evil and you talk about justice. This is not acceptable, but it is conspiracy. We continue sending signal across to the new American ambassador to Nigeria. You are the person we are trying to. Don't let them compromise you. That is what Nigeria does. British government know how to lobby and convert angels to Satan. But all these are conspiracy. They will be lobbying now. They will be looking for people who know your father and your mother before them. They are all going to come back for you. They are ready to even go and make a double of your ancestors to come and appeal to you if they can replace Buhari with a Sudanese man. Are you telling me they cannot resurrect your father and give you one oil well, and then tomorrow you say IPOB is a propaganda? But we are here for all of you. But we tell you the truth, because I tell you, eyes have not seen, ears has not heard, neither has the mind been able to comprehend what will happen about this Nigeria. And then after that, we will see how many people that will be very proud of themselves, as well, not to talk of being proud of this zoo called Nigeria. We have been crying for as far as I can remember. Being the first country in Africa to activate the right to self-determination. There is no moral standing for anybody to tell us that we should still remain part of Nigeria. On the 13th or 26th of December 2013, Nigerian company expired. And as such, Google even recognize it. And we have the right to decide where we will continue from there. Amalgamation was crime against humanity. Colonization was a crime against humanity. And every other exploration era or whatever you are doing in Africa is a crime against humanity. But let it go by that, because that time is past. But this time you will not walk away with it. It's not a threat, but it is a promise to all of you. That some group of individuals from God know where they are coming from will control us in our Father's house. No. Almost is Biafra in the end. Nobody can deceive us. The conspiracy theory must be set aside, because we are here as the antidote. But of course, I can go ahead and begin to narrate so many theories of conspiracy against the people of Biafra. But time will not permit us. But rather this morning, it is my pleasure and desire to expose to you the main three conspiracy theory against us as a people. And then some of the things we need to do to checkmate them. For in the end, all we have asked for is that Biafra be restored before the first Portuguese criminal invaded Biafra land. Before the British followed, the France followed. These were criminals. They were registered criminals. Like as Nigerian army are registered Boko Haram. All these are conspiracy. In school, they will teach us about colonial master. They call them Lord. They attach Lord to their name. These are vagabonds. Bastard. Product without lineage. No father, no mother. And that is why their name will become curse on the lips of every African whose mother was raped, father murdered, and children turned to beasts of burden across the globe. But these people come and they tell you, your nose is too wide, your lips is too thick, your head is too short, your skin is too black. Everything about us, conspiracy. They want to tell you it's sinful. But yet they imitate you. This conspiracy has to stop. They discover a stone in Egypt. 1,000 years they will be studying the stone. Revelation will be coming up. They discover the people's culture, the culture of the people of Biafra. Over 4,000 years, you can't uncover us. We are your destiny, and we are your doom, and we are Biafra. Why are we not studying the history of Onyibe? Why are we not studying the history of Japan? Because without us, all of you never resisted. You tried to replace us. You tried to misplace us. You told us we don't have history. But now everything you have hidden from us is now laid bare before us, because our ancestors are with us and we are the reincarnated spirit of those you murdered. But do we come here for vengeance? No. Do we come here for reparation? No. But we come here that as it was in the beginning, that it must also be so in the end. That the sovereign state of Biafra be restored. We ask for referendum as a sign of fairness. We do not ask for Yoruba land. We never knew them before. do not ask for Fulani land or Hausa land. God has blessed everyone and made their land beautiful in their own time. But greed made man to think that they can turn another to the beast of burden. And so the world will suffer in plague. So don't let them deceive you. Having said that, we must move ahead this morning. A theory that explains an event, set of circumstances as a result of secret plot that is initiated most of the time by people who are extremely powerful. That is what a theory is. The reason behind this is as follows. They go together. It is okay, let's do like this. I'm telling you, for all ages, so many people who have been compromised because of the issue of Biafra, they are fighting tooth and nail. Let us see what we will do to these people. But we will engage all of you within the preamble of law. And in the end, you will not have any platform to stand to justify your action or your inaction in the end. All those conspiracy must be set aside. But Biafrans must be aware of this. That is why we are here most especially. Number one, we look at the conspiracy. On the basis of religion, there is a conspiracy. On the basis of natural resources, they conspired against us. On the basis of political issue, they conspired against us. I don't know if somebody understands what I'm trying to say. The reason behind this conspiracy is just to control three angles of our life. Number one, they conspire against us religiously. So they control our mind, our soul. Religion plays very vital role in the life of a man, a Homo sapien. When God created man, he put an insatiable desire in the heart of man. And so no matter how wealthy, how fulfilled the man is, there is always this sign of emptiness, daring to seek, to desire that which is greater than thou. That is what led to the service, to the desire of one wanting to serve God or a higher being. But they conspired even against God, and they make you worship them instead of God. The reason behind it is that in terms of natural resources, they conspired against us. If you see a European discussing the fate of Africa, if you see the Asian, the Malaysian, and the American discussing the issue of Africa, one begins to wonder, who made them judge over us? Who gave them this right? It's conspiracy. Conspiracy in the Berlin Conference. Conspiracy by the League of Nations. Conspiracy by other cabals and influential individuals across the globe. They want the oil. They want the gas. They want the gold. They want the timber. They want everything in our land. But they don't want us. Conspiracy to control the resources of Africa. And then their streets are tied with gold. But our roads are filled with mud waters. They drink water that is purer than the purest, yet they purify it. But we drink from muddy water. The same water we urinate in, we drink it. Because they want our life to become sour. This is conspiracy. And then finally, the third reason or mindset behind the conspiracy is to enable them control us. Economically or politically rather. I read online yesterday when they say that IMF was saying something about Nigeria. But IMF among the group is the name of the body that have conspired against Africa. Or don't you know that IMF is the one that tells you how much you sell your good, how much you sell your product as an African, how much you sell gas and oil? Don't you know they tell you the value of your naira? Don't you know they decide how your money works? This is a conspiracy organization. But now they want to blame Nigeria. But will these people who call themselves Nigeria understand? The same IMF was the people telling Nigeria, they valued your money, they valued your money, they valued your money. So they control you religiously, they control your natural resources, they control you politically, and then who are you? And that is why some idiot will come and tell you that we the people of Nigeria, we made this law. Where did we make this law? I'm not an American. I may wish to be an American one day, not when Nigeria is still intact. Because I look at it as a humiliation to even be a citizen of any country in the world, to even go to any country in the world in this circumstance. There are reasons why we are still here. It looks like a humiliation to me. For we are born in Africa, raised in Africa, bred and buttered in Africa. Hopefully we will die in Africa, in the land of our ancestors. But I'm not saying those of you who are, you're not moral. You are, of course, to all his own. But yet we know the Declaration of Independence of America. We know about George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, among others. Men and women who fought with dignity, with honor, to make sure you're walking in the street of your land with your head lifted high. You won your woman in Abuja. He should serve humanity, because I think that is what America represent, not Nigeria. They will compromise her. We are raising this alarm. Very soon we will remove our satellite from her, because we are following all the people sending gifts to her, all the people romancing her now. We are following all of you, and we will give you your history when the time will come. No, amara na Chineke bu agbara. And so, once all these things are conspire, they begin to tell you, oh, Nigeria is in territorial integrity. Very soon, Ambazonia, Adamawa and some state will be carved into Ambazonia. And Ambazonia will be a sovereign nation. And then those of you who have been yapping before now and telling us that the territorial integrity of Nigeria cannot be tempered with because of the conspiracy against us as a people, we shall see the grammar you will speak that time. Who the heck is deceiving who? But Biafrans must understand what is at stake and what is sustainable. The art of disunity is a conspiracy. We're looking at three main angles of conspiracy against us as a people, which many people do not understand. We will try to recall you, bring your senses back through our segment where we call back to your root. People will not understand why we are doing what we are doing. They conspired against us to create disunity. I tell you the truth. Without Radio Biafra, without Mazen Nandekano, do you know what normally happens? I go to Anambra, they say, Ngunya Boro. I go to Akwa Ibom. Omoiburo. We are so bamboozled that we don't even know who we are. By now, maybe Ekusigoma we would have been fighting in Hialaman. Hialaman will be fighting in Bosseman. No, we are not the same. We are the Bossitarian. We are the Hialatarian. Maybe that is how it would have been. They conspired against us to divide us. And the one they are supposed to divide, they unite us. This is conspiracy. Allow Biafrans to go. No. But you want Biafrans, Oduduwa, and Arewa to be in the same place. This is conspiracy. But thank God for men and women who wake up, who woke up on time. And today look at us. Biafrans know themselves. Some of them are still struggling, but we know ourselves. Now you see that your divide and rule tactics is dead. Dead on arrival. Because it will never have impact on us. There are those who will still say, no, we are Deltans, we are not Biafran. Of course we know. You're like, you are not. Because after all, we count our lineage by our father, not by our mother. And so you may be right. Because you claim to be a Delta doesn't make you a Delta. Because when we say Edo is Biafra, Kogi is Biafra, Benue is Biafra, we're not saying everybody there. We know our people there. It's a conspiracy. Keep dividing them. Keep dividing them. Our leader said something in his last broadcast. He said, everybody is fighting for autonomous community. Everywhere autonomous community. But they claim that, no, they want to empower the minority. Is there any community in Biafra land that is not autonomous? Believe me, the population of the Igbo Biafran is amazing. The population of the Igbo Biafran is amazing. When people say Hausa have population, I look at them. In every community in Hausa Fulani land, minus the indigenous, the Igbo have the highest population. But conspiracy made the Fulani and the Hausa to win the election. First ever, what do they call it? Census. First ever census conducted in Nigeria was rigged by British government in the favor of the North. But who actually took our census? Do you know we have over 20 million Igbos alone living in the North? I mean, only in Kano State. But of course, they will have to make you feel. Don't you see how they are reducing the map of Biafra land as if it's 3 plot of land? But we welcome them. We would have been happier if it is 1 plot of land. They divide us and divide us till we don't know ourselves. We are born free. We have been free people, and that is what we fight for. We must remain free people. There is never any history of our ancestors going to conquer anybody. If not, no minority will be here today. But the northerners that the minority are being wiped out in Plateau State, go on, know what I'm saying. Where is Gwari people? They are chasing them away now gradually. The owners of that land they call Abuja now, they have chased them away. But those idiots are still claiming northerners, willing tools in the hand of the Fulani and the British government. We will add our side this because our side allowed themselves to be conquered and stupidly and foolishly still doing the same thing. Not seeing the conspiracy against them. Is Satan Kaduna not in trouble? Are they not minority? Why did they not consider the minority in the north and the minority in the west? Does the Jebu man speak a Kale man? Does the Kale speak Ife? But no minority in Yoruba land, only here. These are conspiracy to create disunity among the Biafran people. Thank God you are here. Today we're going to say, I'm afraid because we are minority. Who told you are minority? Our leader will always say, how can you be a minority in your father compound? But all these are conspiracy, and we are here to destroy them. Number 2 area they target is the art of emasculation. They conspire to weaken us. Now, let's understand what we are fighting for. If Biafrans are allowed to develop their land, no Biafran will be in diaspora today except in search of knowledge. Because as a child in the 80s, I understand we have so many companies and industry here in Biafra land. But today, all of them have been shut down. This is conspiracy of emasculation. Emasculation means weakening you. It could be economically, religiously, or otherwise. Now today in Biafra land, Abbas Tessa Mill is down. Almost all the company, the only company functioning now in Nigeria is either hotel company, I mean in Biafra land, hotel company or beer company, Hero Beer, Nigerian Brewery. These are the only industry. In fact, this company must be indigenous. Because Heineken, no. The reason why Heineken will not survive in Enugu is because Yoruba people want Heineken to be in Igomu, Lagos. But Enugu has good water. Enugu is the heaven that is supposed to have all beer company, breweries. But everything must be divided between Hausa and Yoruba. That is why Heineken cannot work. And those who have Heineken beer, what you have now is mixture. 20 bottle fake. 5 bottle original. Why did Okbila cement die? What are they doing to Ibeto cement? Forget about a nursing motor without IPOB, he's gone today. They make sure we don't develop our land. They made law and say that Trunk A Road belongs to the federal government. No state governor have the power to grade, to tie Trunk A Road, which means Aba Obibo Road, which means Owerri Port Harcourt Road, which means Lagos Asaba Road. In Abo, you no governor in Biafra land have the right to maintain your major road until one Fulani allows it. Why is Enugu Airport? Do you think there is no Igbo man that can give Enugu free international airport? Millions of them will do that. But fear won't even allow them to come to Nigeria. Because Nigerian SARS will kill them before they get to their village. A lot of people are afraid to come home. But I tell you, brothers, empty your fears. For we have been living in the prison of fear since we were born. We must embrace this fear and make this fear part of our bleeding heart. That is the only time we will survive. We don't have seaport. We don't have airport. Hebrew family owns Nigeria airport, including Ojukwu father. That Tinker port you talk belongs to Louis Ojukwu. After the war, it was confiscated from his father. What of Hebrew fishing? Have they not killed it? It's Nigerian Tinker today. But is Hebrew not from Delta State? What of the Oceanic Bank? Why did they shut it down? Diamond Bank is supposed to belong to Igbo man. Is it not handed over to Yoruba access? Why can't our people understand what is going on? You talk about religiously, they are emasculating us. All the general overseer, you must hear their name on national television. All of them are Yoruba. The few Biafran pastors who were able to make impact, they victimized them. There is a pastor known as Alozie of Zio Ministry. He's a Biafran man. Benson Idahosa is not a Yoruba man. What of Trem? Michael Kenkwo? What of CPM? What of David Obiemie? The day David Obiemie begin salvation ministry begin to grow root in Yoruba and Hausa, that is when he will know that his misery has just begun, because they will deal with him. Most people don't know that Zio Ministry, Alozie, is almost a bus conductor in London. He was victimized. That is a drug pusher. But Adeboye Kumuye, Yoruba pastors, the church company belongs to them. When we tell you to leave Yoruba church, you think we are joking. Yoruba don't worship in your own church because their Jesus Christ is different from your own. I am challenging you. Go and look at all the churches that are headed by Biafran man. You will see Yoruba worship there. In fact, they have an adage that makes them say that they cannot prosper in the church pastored by a Biafran man. So they emasculate us. One day we will tell you how many degrees. Do you know how many degrees I have? Useless degree everywhere. But I can never be employed. Or rather, I will go and serve one idiot Alamajiri that cannot even spell his name. This is emasculation. Onehe was removed and a Sharia idiot is put there. Do they call him Tanko? You come into the National Assembly of Nigeria, what you will hear is lie, hilala, lie, hilala, Obakram is lie. They knock him on the table. And then there are people who brought us law, court procedure. They don't obey it. Because there is a conspiracy to weaken us completely. The third aspect of it, I must tell you, is the conspiracy acts of general collaboration with the people of interest. The moment any country speak up and say, no, this atrocity in Nigeria must be brought to an end, they have cabal. I want you people to check before Buhari died, how many trips he went to London. It will amaze you. The point now is London, Britain, the capital of Nigeria? Go and check how many billions of dollars or pounds that they used to pay for plane park in Britain, London, because they have a conspiracy to gang up against us. China talk, they say, China, respect yourself, you come and take your own share, come and build monorail, that one will take their own. Japan talk, they say, Japan, respect yourself, come and buy Ibeto cement, that one will take his share, kill and divide. American talk, they go, maybe they will now confront America. You can be taking $1 from Kogi State, then be taking small fuel through Chevron. Of course, Britain is the chairman, the negotiating officer of them all. Conspiracy. But we know all these things. These are the three main areas we are targeted. Conspired against us. They have their theory. And when you come, they say, but you people are lying. But this is not the truth. But where is the evidence? In fact, we are coming to visit Nigeria and we'll be rejoicing. And when they come, they land in Aso Rock, Sheraton Hotel. They watch Nollywood. They drink wine, sample all the kind of wine from 1604 till date. And then they would now send one prostitute woman to Biafra land. Then the idiot governors will snap. They are not ashamed that why are they sending men to Hausa Fulani Yoruba land and they send women to come and meet you people? Don't you know that we respect men in our land? Don't you know we don't intimidate women in our land? Don't you know that man is the head of the house according to our culture? Don't you know that when elders gather to speak, no woman talks except she's given that scepter to speak? How can a woman, a British woman, come and address my elder? That elder is not my elder. How can a British woman come and address my king? That king is not my king. How can a British woman come and address my governor? That governor is not my governor. But you people you don't have shame. You don't have shame. There are things we don't do. You don't do that. An elder cannot stand up for elderly woman to sit down. But an elderly woman will stand up for an elder to see. And so when that woman entered, all our elders stood up to greet that woman. This is sacrilege, abomination, according to my culture. And some people say, no, it is archaic. But do you know there are many countries in the world today that have strange culture, but yet they respect it? But these are conspiracy theory. They have said it. They have made up their mind. People of interest will always gather against us. You can imagine Ojukwu and Yakubu had a memorandum of understanding with their brother in Ghana, Aburi. This matter was settled peacefully. But these people of interest conspired together and told Gowon not to agree. Gowon will not die on time. He will rot. He will see the evil he has done. We will undo it before his very eye. And his children will be vagabond upon the face of this planet Earth. Gowon yielded to this conspiracy. And Gowon said, we can't fight these people. They say, but we don't ask you to fight them. We will fight for you. When you hear Nigerian war, Nigerian genocidal war, you think any Fulani carried gun? Only few tout among them. But they were only entering conquered area according to them. Egyptians were bombing Biafra land. Russia were bombing Biafra land. Many countries. We respect Americans today because even though they did not, but we still blame them for their inaction because they were busy in Vietnam then. But who the heck is deceiving who? Nigerian has enough bullets, enough kaikai, enough Igbo cocaine. They gave it to all those idiots. And that is the war they fought. But the British said, no, don't worry, we give you gun. We are here. Look at this cabal. We here. Egyptians will use their pilots to be bombing soft targets. Britain will be sending gun. And they have some saboteur like Ojukwu junior brother who went there and said, me, I done part of it. He ate the money they gave to him to buy gun. And some idiot are here still bringing up the same leg. We don't come out. He better say we no come out before. Any idiot trying to play with us. And so having secured these three conspiracy theory, making them work against us, making them work effectively, we will die if we do nothing. These are all playing out in our very eyes. But the only solution from this misery is before us, and we must engage. And some people say, oh, how do we do this thing? In fact, let God help us. So God will not do for man what man should do for himself. One of these days, we talk about the relationship between God and man. This is the world. This is the earth. We will do what we have to do. We can't do something. And I will give you 4 tips about what you must aim your mind and get ready to do. I can no man one me here, it may work where one, no many zoom one, no telling any registration ya makasa. But of course, we must continue. Number 1 point you need to know to offset this theory, to rewrite this theory. Number 1 thing, we must unite with one voice and one purpose. Biafra can claim to have all the whole oil well in the world. River State can claim they have all the gas in the world. Delta State can claim they have all the gas oil in the world. And others can claim they have everything. That is why we fight for Biafra. But ask yourself a question. Can you feel any impact of progress in your community or in your life because it's gas and oil? Or you are satisfied with answering name? We are oil, we are Niger Delta, we are Delta Niger, we are Riverine. Are you satisfied with that alone? Because the last time I checked, the richest woman alive is Mrs. Alakeja, Yoruba. As I check, the richest man in Africa, as I check, is Awusa Fulani man, Dangote. But where are the owner of all the whole oil? If I say idiot now, they say you're not buying the model. But no money, no, I'm made to a case and young wadi mama. No, I'm my to a case and young. We must unite with one voice. If we were allowed to develop our land, who the heck care for oil? Do you know what we can manufacture? Do you know what we can do? Do you know Biafra land will become another Japan in Africa? But this is what they fear. Was Israel built by oil well? Was Dubai built because of oil well? Was China and Japan built to be with oil well money? But with all the oil well money, go and ask IMF. Nigeria is borrowing money more than any country in the world because that is what they want. And so Biafrans, anywhere you are, it is not about you. It's not about me. We have seen enough frustration why we should go out and hide somewhere and enjoy ourselves. But it's about the next generation. We must come back that as we were in the beginning, we must unite with one voice. That is the gospel we preach here. The unification of the Biafran people. And it has begun already. For there is a massive Biafran incursion around the globe. If you have not joined IPOB, may the Lord be with you. That is all I can tell you as a Biafran. Number 2 thing we need to do is to engage in civil disobedience. It is our right to civil disobedience. My father used to tell me that when a leader is dishonorable, the people are removed from under oath to obey them. When we talk about oath taking, some people will say, when you take oath, you die. No, that oath have content. I was in Aruchuku. I took my oath. And I said to the oath, first of all, those who were there with me are aware. I said to the oath that I want to take. The people who sent me to take this oath, if they break the content of this oath, you must kill them. You must kill them and wipe away their generation. Because they told us something, that is why we are here. I said it before I take the oath. I look at the man is still alive, he's still there, all of them are still there. I said, this oath, people will send me, come here, come take this oath, they mean good for us. Now make us stay here. Tomorrow they come mean bad for us. You know go kill us, so you go kill them. But if we will say we go follow them, come reach the road, abandon them, except then pursue us, or come turn our back on them, make you kill us and wipe us away, or we can't collect money, make we betray this, make you kill us and wipe away. Because my father told me that when a leader is dishonorable, the people are divinely removed from under oath. They can do anything. And I was glad to know that even the law recognizes it. Civil disobedience. What does it mean? When they tell you, sit down, you stand up. When they tell you, stand up, you sit down. When they say, don't talk, you talk. That is protest. Although if you protest in Nigeria, you'll be charged for terrorism. Without American involvement now, and our leader, in fact, our leader work with those who know what to do, those who are still moral. That is why Showore is releasing. And look at his video I saw online, idiot. He's wishing Nigerians Merry Christmas. That idiot should go and wish Ududua Merry Christmas. Nobody is in Nigeria. Calling somebody Nigeria is a crime against humanity. A day will come. If you mention the name Nigeria, you may be banished from the land of Biafra. Except when we want to remember their evil. Happy Nigerians. Nigeria, Merry Christmas. Who the idiot is in Nigeria? Except the people that create Nigeria. Be fair enough to yourself. Civil disobedience is our right. That is because the people who make those laws are not obeying the law. Look at Buhari disobeying court order. And some idiots are trying to tell us about hate speech. Thunder will fire all of you. Since I hear hate speech, I feel like cursing all of you. It is our right to civil disobedience. Buhari continually disobey court order. Jubri is an impersonator. And no law meant to check them. Those laws are now silent. They are off. Because idiots want to prevail. And they are there debating about hate speech. You see, hate speech can cause Sudan to divide. Hate speech can cause America to divide. We must not encourage hate speech, but you are encouraging hate action. Idiots everywhere. We have been praying for that law to be initiated. Because Nigeria will actually use her hand to initiate a state of anarchy. And then we will burn it down. And from the ashes, let a new breed of Homo sapien blacks arise. To people of Biafra, As they say, we no go sleep, they no go sleep. It is your right to civil disobedience. Forget about them. We know how many police stations they have. We know how many barracks they have, both secret one and open one. We know how many soldiers in Nigeria. That is why they are opening border for all of them to come in so that we cannot know their number. We know how many AK-47 they have. According to the United Nations or World Security Council, one AK-47 can engage 47 people. Or one soldier with AK-47 can engage 47 people. We know how many AK-47, both the one they are smuggling, the one they are buying, we know how many. Our leader said the day we will march, the sun will not rise, even though we are in the land of the sun. Let me not go there anyway. It is our right to civil disobedience in the era. Number 3, we must be ready to resist them even unto death. I'm not naive, I'm not ignorant. I know the nature and characteristics of the zoo called Nigeria. I know what they can do. But I rather die standing with my feet, fighting to defend the next generation of Biafra, than to let them murder me in cool blood and to be called by hero, by criminals. Let my name not be mentioned in the lips of evil men, for it will only cause them pain in the end. But let the poor, the righteous, let the moral men and women sing the praises of our name, even until the end of time, for we would have lived a fulfilled life. We must prepare our mind. I know many people today, when Nigerians came forward and declared IPOB terrorists, many people ran. There are many coordinators that I remove. I am waiting for them to go and report me. I have never said this thing till today. Oh boy, where are you? He said, Nigeria say we be terrorists, so I not follow again. No. Yes, coordinator, where are you? He said, my pastor say we be terrorists now. Make I no follow them, make I no go hellfire. I tried to talk to them, they didn't listen. Tomorrow now, those idiots will go and report to Judge Onyibe that he removed them. But those of you they are reporting to, why don't you hear from the other party? But these idiots are everywhere because they are afraid. Have we not lived in the prison of fear enough? You break up that prison of fear and move ahead, brothers. That is what I call you, because that is what you are, until you tell me otherwise. We must be ready to expose their atrocity as we are doing today. We must be ready to expose all of them. People don't understand. People don't understand. Believe me, they do not understand what is happening. But whether they understand or they don't understand, we are here for one reason. We are here for one purpose. Not to conquer anybody, not to take over that which belongs to another, but to make sure that the land of Biafra is restored. And you see Biafra must be restored. There is nothing anybody can do. For the Creator sent us here, and we are here to do the needful. We are here to make sure that Biafra is restored. The enemy of Biafra can do all they like, and we will do all we can. I will be back in a minute.
I am the face of the new revolution. I stand on the strength of my ancestors who fought this fight before me. I stand next to you, my sister. I stand next to you, my brother. I stand for the children, and I stand for the unborn. I stand in faith of my people. We will overcome. I stand on the side of the courageous, with a heart full of gold and passion in my soul that burns for my people. I stand before you for real change. I stand with my fists raised high with no shame. I stand here, I have tears in my eyes, but I will never, ever, ever run and hide. I stand in my brown skin like a badge of honor, baby. With my worth, sky fucking high. I stand for those afraid to stand for themselves, because I can and I always will be my brother's keeper. I'll stand alone if I have to, whatever it takes for us to win. I stand for you, Mike Brown. I stand for you, Sandra Bland. I stand for you, Alton Sterling. I stand for you, Philando Castile. I stand for you, Eric Garner. I stand for you, Trayvon Martin. I stand for you, Freddie Gray. I stand for you, Tarika Wilson. I stand for you, victims of racism. I stand for you, the unarmed and still killed. I stand for you, hung from trees. I stand for you, innocent blood spilled. We're supposed to care for our brothers. We're supposed to rise up and love our sisters. We wait until they put our fellow man in the ground to run outside and scream this black man's name out loud. Talking about hashtag this, hashtag that. They're treating us disposable like trash. Let's show them that we love one another, that we won't sit in silence while they take one life after the other. We are powerful. We are strong. We are drenched in melanin from God. I stand for you. I stand for you. I stand for you. I will always stand for you. I stand for you, and I stand for you. I stand for you. I'll always stand for you.
No negotiations, no compromise. All we want is Biafra. Our self-determination, they call it hate. We want referendum, they come for war. Our lives are not safe in Nigeria. Spilling our blood for no just cause. Biafran self-determination, they call it hate. We want referendum, they come for war. Killing my people like Christmas good too. No more to election in Biafra land. So we are crying, let us go to return. Then Yamaga Mesha have expired. We are tired of your soup. Intimidation is too much to return. Then incarceration is too much. Whenever wicked ones from Biafra land, they impose on us to be a leader. Killing and wasting innocent life, we can't take it anymore. Yeah, whenever wicked ones from Biafra land, they impose on us to be a leader. Killing and wasting innocent life, we can't take it anymore. If you pretend, you must let us go to return.
Yes, at this moment our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. You are yet to join IPOB as a Biafran. And wherever you are all over the world, send us your name, your location, and your phone number, and the nearest coordinator will contact you. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. And of course, this is Radio Biafra, and our lines are open. Caller on the WhatsApp, your name and where you calling from.
Onyibe, good morning, Mazi.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and the lovers of freedom. May the blessing of our heavenly Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiama, continue to be with every one of us for standing firm on the side of the truth. My name is Hugo, and I am calling from Enugu province this morning. We will continue to condemn evil that comes from the pit of hell, the zoological republic, a place where the devil is living in the planet Earth. Those that they are part of the evil that they also plant. And what do you think? When somebody plants evil, When you sow evil, definitely evil you will reap. But in the zoo, all their activities, all their effort is evil, but they want good. It's not done. We will continue to stand firm on the face of the truth, because the truth is life. All the people that say that they are one Nigeria, Zoological Republic, their life continue to sound Nigeria, Nigeria. They are all their life. What these people get is mayhem, destruction, because this is exactly what they're supposed to get. Supporters of evil. Now, Showere is out. But I want to ask a question. The question goes this way. Why is this man detained? Because for once, he tried to condemn evil that comes from the zoo. He was detained. So now, as he's out of that detention, if he run away from condemning evil, does that shows honesty? The answer is no. In any condition, we must continue to condemn that evil. That is exactly what every one of us is supposed to do. So the reason why I'm saying this is that when you say the truth can only set you free. When you say the truth, that is the only thing that can give you life. But in the Zoological Republic, some people are running away because they don't want to die. It is only the indigenous people of Biafra, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, this man that made people to start speaking the truth, the man that give mouth to the speechless ones.
That is our leader, Mazen Nandekano.
Yes.
And they must understand in future why we appreciate him so much, why we love him so much.
But Mazibe, the zoo people, they don't welcome this. If they want to talk, they will say, TY, that thing, the Shebi TY that you might talk him. Shebi Obasanjo talk him. Instead of you to talk, say Nandekano said it, because he is the only person that stood firm. Open up this evil that was covered so many years. None of you, not that you don't even know, you know it. But you refuse to talk about it. People are dying silently in daily basis. Why some people are enjoying? Your so-called rulers, Zoological Republic rulers, because they don't have leader. Their family is living a very luxurious life, comfortable life in Obodo Yibo, while masses are suffering here. All of you are keeping quiet until this our honest man, Chukwu Kabiama Sendi, came and opened it up. Now everybody is talking. For those of you that found yourself in the territory of Biafra and you are denying this identity, anytime you come up in a radio station and you say that you don't like what Nnamdi is doing, your generation will never ever experience peace. Onyibe, may the blessing of Chukwu continue to strengthen you for this wonderful work that you are doing, and our leader Nnamdi and those that surround him in doing the right thing. Chukwu Kabiama is our strength, and Biafran restoration is our goal. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We must continue. We are not going anywhere. Are you there? Caller on the line. Caller on the line.
As Onyibe, I want to thank you for the good job. Yes, good morning, Mazi Onyibe.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
All right. Morugo calling from Enugu province. I want to thank you for the good job you are doing for Biafrans. And thank our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our deputy Mazi Uchemoto. I want to appreciate all Biafrans worldwide for the good job we are doing. And I said, may Shupu Otuke Adiama bless each every one of us. So there is something I want to say. Because here in Biafra land, the enemies that we are having is so-called securities. And all the cases in police station now are being plotted by so-called securities in the communities. So any case now, they are working hand to hand with Nigeria police. They will just back our people, go to police station, interrogating them.
Those security, don't they have father?
Neighborhood.
Those neighborhood, don't they have father? Don't they have mother? Don't they have girlfriend? Some of them have children. Yes. Keep their record for us. The day of reckoning will come.
We have their record.
Are we going to run from our land because of them?
Not at all.
Day of
That's exactly
reckoning
what I
will
want
come.
to
They are
make
listening
known.
to me. Keep their name, their record. Any of them do anyhow, then go see anyhow. Any of them do anyhow for Biafra land. We no care the idiot name, then the answer. Then go see anyhow. We they count our enemy, make we know how to respond to them. Did you not hear what our leader said? You can't kill IPOB person and think we're keeping you quiet.
Not at all. I can't.
Thank you very much. We must continue. So when they are doing what they are doing, okay, let's threaten them, let's panic them. But you have been threatening us for as long as we can remember. You have been panicking us for as much as we can remember. And so what are we not seeing here? Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Monitoring spirit. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Onyibe. I want to tell you the simple thing. Biafra all over the world. My leader, the Kano. If it is meant to go to Kagama, the God of Biafra, that said I should tell the whole Biafra that the whole world particular message this morning. Then let me not see the end of the day. That way, we see almost just elected today is the care, and the care we see. We are into this world. And as I have no one, take them. Mandana Kushi, Mandana Wintina, God on this earth. How do you know Biafra? And we refuse that. You see our leader. None of us know who that man is before you go to Kadiama. Our name is not happening. It's late today, up to this moment. But I say no, why should I say this? Because we must come. And immediately I die. And I said to go to Kadiama, I will just tell him to go to Kadiama. So I said, our leader has stopped there to be said, and if you just look at my leader, and you say this one, because my leader says he needs 100 men. 100 men, are you ready? Because Biafra must come. Are you ready? Trump can never stop Biafra. Trump can never stop. All this thing we are doing is just, our leader says, they are giving us enough time, but we can reverse it tomorrow. This is our purpose. They are killing us. They are doing everything to make sure that the kingdom of heaven is not prevail. And you said, I got to go for now. We shall see how it goes. Make the Biafra all over the world. If you know you have one, every community you come from, make sure the radio is there. The Biafra radio is FM speaking. For the interest of their own life. Even the place you are, you are not safe. Because you know what is about to happen, start. All this Taliban is here. We will make sure none of them, as far as Biafra is concerned, none of them will remain in Biafra. And where are they going to come? They will expose, they will enter America, they will enter all the peace multiply, enjoy it. They will no longer enjoy it. I tell you the gospel thing. Biafra is a religion. If you know you are a Biafra, come back to Biafra. I will not follow the APC and justice. Everything for that can push it over again and there. Come again and talk on that. All I'm looking at, I will be here now, also Biafra. You know, all Biafra. Now, one of all Biafra talking, and that Biafra no practice. Then you know what it is now. Oh, yes, it is a free. Just be yourself protected because you don't know who you're feeling like that. Our leader, make sure no come down here until he comes back to get our life to rest our home. It is a privilege, please. Everywhere, any step our leader match. So we are already made by leg. But I want to be expected to be because that man is alive. Let me say this. I want to say, he is the destiny helper of every human being on earth. Listen to every human being. Because the way what is about to take care. All another one I celebrate tomorrow. One another one the commission. So what the captain and the go for can be like go for now. Just for them now, the man was take them no from. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ go more one day to cross with them. People there the boys ọmọ wa. People there ẹgẹdẹ ọmọdé àbàrà ń jà pa. Ní ìkẹyìn dem the men go to go carry kẹmbà ní ewu tó kú. All of them 1967. They are too big. This generation must restore their car. One day they will have one man, one day they will have one more. I want to talk by more again. When more than run a hoop that I should. Tell them not to carry the last issue. Always so kind. I understand like all for country. One day they will have one man, one day they will have one more. Or then I can not able to go down a stop. So, and it has a large arm. Ever will go there. Open a sea, yes. Unless that you have what I can
Thank you very much. Let us continue. Oh, hey, Biafra. And Biafra, we hail you. Our people must understand that we have to do what we have to do. If we fail to do what we are supposed to do, then we will have ourselves to blame. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line. Yes, sir. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Mercy, good morning, sir.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
I'm very grateful for you to take my call today. God will bless you, Mercy. Name is Injak Online in Japan. I'm a Kwaibo Mind. And a Kwaibo Mind is Biafra land. I reside in Biafra here. It's also Biafra land. Mercy, I've been struggling to call you since I've been listening to this program. This is my first time of calling. Mercy, God will bless you. I'm a young man of 35 years. Mercy, you have opened my eyes to see how these so-called Nigeria are dealing with us. Mercy, I'm an ordained priest. I'm a pastor, Njakno Linus. Mercy, God will bless you and will also bless our leader. Mercy, any idiot in this so-called zoo that will plan evil against you and all the team leader of Biafra land, Mercy, God will kill all of them. God is got two ways of edged sword. He kill and also he restore life. Mercy, I didn't listen to today's topic, but yesterday's topic really made me to understand that the foundation of soul was found by lies, and they will continue to lie for them to perish in their own lie, not us. We must go back on Mercy. Hello,
Of
Mercy.
course, there is no two ways about that. It has been ordained in heaven already, and they will bear testament to that truth.
Mercy, they must die with their lying mouth. I told my wife, I'm an ordained pastor. I was ordained in Asaba. I was working with Bishop Nweli Kakanam in Asaba. Mercy, this thing is not a matter of pastor alone. If at all I have my way, I'm not disobeying our leader, Mercy Namdi.
Only true men of God fight for freedom.
I would have
Only true men of God fight for freedom. Anybody against Biafra restoration is a pastor, bishop, chicken, chicken. They are idiots. And thunder will fire them. I will usher them into hellfire when that time comes.
Mercy, none of them will escape. Any man of God that say go man of God. Now God stand for truth and they say go man of God and they are not fighting for this truth. Mercy, none of them will escape the wrath of God. Every day I taught my family all these things, even my little baby. He is just 3 years old. I taught her we are listening to Radio Biafra every day. Mercy, I want to connect. I have never, called you for you to pick for once. Today is the first day. I don't know where to connect in Biafra because I'm not with Android phone. My Android is spoiled. I'm using one small techno phone. I don't know how I will connect, Mercy.
Well, just try and send message to that phone. Let's see if I can be able to read it. But I believe before the few weeks from now, I'll be able to upgrade those facilities so I can be receiving messages from all the phones.
Okay, Mercy, with this number.
Yes, this number.
Okay. I will send my details to you, Mercy. God bless you, Mercy. You have opened our eyes. How is all these idiots were doing like this in this
school? Of course, they will wake up.
Nobody would have a way to say, Mercy, God will bless you. Oh, you open the file of idiots, so-called Babangida and the rest of idiots that are remaining. Mercy, I am following you up. Mercy, we are willing to stand up. It's only that it's not everybody that will come out on air. Mercy, many people are ready. I am a Bible-mite. I am ready for this to come to pass. I want to see. My brother called yesterday and he was using our dialect. Mercy, permit me to use my dialect small. Then there my people are in the village.
Go ahead.
Hello, Nitreka, the Bible. Pangtong no mien sen nim tang miu. Anyo miet yak no lai nu sapan. Into a serum picorobong. I correba de interpol. Mpo isuke tang de go de Biafra ide kan kala. Ape pono riong ide maria riong puro wo ka fongwet. Do ama fo pa fo sin sin fongwet. Afo ka fongwet riong na fo bofen. Amin ke bofen ka fongwet. Ijinye si dia. Bori ni ko fongwet nye si nam ni usu sema ni go to Nigeria mi. E go da blow for so go on that when the room. Ntan ni di da kakida na de se jidikeni flampo mi. Amin ba ke kwa ibo mba irongo. Nje msendia. E da ke da na ikeni fight. Ikeni board is Biafra inyo idi ufo. They know you for agaba to Bible in a good me. I guess what you can do me here and I flow without any come Bible. Every young it a keda na de see near Biafra. E go sentangare. Ide and Karakade, in year see born in a day, I come and be going down pocket room. I could. That was young, you know. Mercy, thank you very much.
Thank you, bless you, my brother.
God will bless you, Mercy. I love you from my heart. I love men that say the truth. Including if my father say anything like that, I discover that
Abarie. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Yes, my thank you for holding on. My
brother, good morning, Marvin.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
God bless you for us. God bless you for us. IPOB lovers of freedom all over the world, my brothers and sisters, I greet you all in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. My name is Kenneth Anetubekon, calling from Lebanon. My location back home in Biafra land is Obodo local government, Cross River State of Biafra. So I thank you for the listeners of the Radio Biafra all over the world. My mind is full of joy and happiness because all the truth you want to hear in the whole world, you hear it from Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is the only way that can show us the light. Radio Biafra is the only place that can teach us the truth. So lovers of freedom all over the world, listening to Radio Biafra anytime, any day. You will get learn and you will learn more. If not Radio Biafra, person like me here, I will not know my roots, I will not know where I come from. So I use this opportunity to beg my brothers and sisters all over the world that they should be firm, they should listen to Radio Biafra. The ones that God has already chosen to come and lead us. Our leader, Mazi Nandekano, Uche Mafo, George Mazi Onyibe. May God Almighty bless you all.
Bless you too, my brother.
If not you people will remain in darkness until we lost. So God has already used you people to come and free us from the darkness called Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
And we will surely leave the country for them. We will go to our home. We will go to our country. The loving country that God has already signed for us. It is Biafran. I use this opportunity to beg you all Biafrans all over the world, join IPOB member, join the family. You will be carried along. You will know what is happening with us. You will know. So I thank all our leaders. Thank all our leaders so much for the work that they are doing for Biafrans. The truth that we will stand for our truth. The truth is our weapon. The truth is our AK-44. The truth is our dagger. Anything we are using, it is only the truth. We say the truth, and the truth shall set us free. Thank you so much, my brothers and sisters all over the world.
Yes, caller on the line.
Good morning, my sweet and honorable brother.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. Except that is the Zoo Epileptic Network. But what can we do? Are you still there? And of course, we're inching closer to the end of these programs. Of course, the Zoo Epileptic Network may not be favorable, but we continue doing what we are doing. Good morning from here. Can you hear me? Caller on the line, can you hear me? Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
And good afternoon from China.
Yes, brother. Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Anna. I'm calling from China. I am from Ngapala in Nimo Province, Biafra land. I want to thank you. Compliment for the season. I want to thank our leader and IPOB all over the world, especially the humble ones, and you, particularly for opening our eyes more and more and revealing the atrocities of the zoo. Why I'm calling this morning is because of our brothers and sisters that are still under the influence of touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Those of them in Yoruba Church that are still under the influence of this phrase, this particular phrase in the Bible that the Yoruba pastors are using to keep them down.
But that's, in as much as that scripture is concerned, the Bible also says, suffer not a witch to live. And the Bible says the art of wickedness is worse than that of witchcraft. Nigerians are wicked, so they are worse than witch. And anybody that subscribes to the Nigerian idiots, we will not suffer them to live. They are all idiots. The same Bible that says you shall live also say you shall die. So it is left for them because God has said before them life and death. Let them choose their portion and we will give it to them. We are simply messengers.
Exactly. So my brothers and sisters as well, especially our young brothers and sisters in Yoruba Church, it is high time you start asking your pastors simple questions with this Bible, because we have read this Bible. Now IPOB is here giving you this platform to come and practicalize this thing that you have been reading, and the pastors have been preaching to you. IPOB for me as a Christian have given me the platform to practicalize this thing that they have been preaching from year to year. If you like to practice it, they will use one injunction of the Bible and track you down, thereby diverting your attention to bring what you don't have in the name of tithe and the offering. So it's high time you that have been attending Yoruba churches, ask your pastor simple questions about freedom that he always preaches in his altar. Ask him simple questions. We are not telling you to attack them.
Zoo Epileptic Network. But we must continue. Caller on the line, are you there?
Me, Chuku from Isalambando. They cut me off. The Nigerian Jew cut me off initially.
Sorry for that.
So my brother, as I was saying, God bless you. God bless my able leader for telling us the truth. In IPOP, you will hear the truth. We are fearless. My leader is a fearless man. He does not hide anything. He does not fear anything. What he fears is only God. And that God has sent him, gave him the boldness to speak the truth, not hiding. So, like yesterday, I was reading one pastor said something from the Facebook. The man says that I was annoyed when I heard that thing. He said that Babangida said that any day he woke up and they saw Yoruba singing drum of war that he go back and sleep. I said, so this man opened his mouth and said this, and Yoruba people are still sleeping up to this moment.
No,
this is exactly when somebody
10%,
tell you that you are an idiot and the person behaves like an idiot. This is what Yoruba are doing. The Bandira opened his mouth and said this thing. Still, they still remain a coward. Yoruba still remain a coward. None of them will speak. None of them will come up and declare Oduduwa and say this. They are all running and trying to deceive our people through church. They have sedated our people in the church. They said that people in the church are not supposed to fight for freedom. But Christ is a freedom fighter. Christ fought for freedom. He delivered his people from the shackle of the. So any Christian that says that he is not involved in the freedom fighting, that person is a devil. Because it's only devil that like bondage. Only devil like people to manipulate people. So my brothers and sisters, please rise up. Get up from that your sleep. Don't mind the pastors that are telling you that going for freedom is evil. It's not evil. This is the right thing to do at this particular time. Which one is better? Is it better for you to sleep and die, or for you to rise up and do the needful and live and save this generation? You have seen how these evil men gang around to kill us. They have already used our politicians. Our so elite are so wicked, so dummy, so hopeless that they don't even care. They are ready to sell all of us for a peanut. And later, those Alama Jews will collect it from them. Look at what they did to all these Okano. That money they gave him, they have retrieved it back. This is what they are going to do to each and every one of them. So they should learn. They are leaving them because of IPOP. IPOP is the only hand that is restricting this wicked Fulani from destroying this the so-called elite, and they are yapping around, moving as if they have energy. They are nothing but dollars. They don't have strength. They are like a millipede. Any day they have a planet, like they will watch them on the ground and squeeze them. So they should rise up. All those politicians, rise up. Yeah, you are in danger. You are in worse danger more than the IPOP people you thought that is in danger. It's you that is in danger. We are working for you to save your life and save your children. Rise up. My dear Onyibe, may God bless you. May God keep you. May God keep my leader. Strengthen him and grant him more knowledge and wisdom, more health, so that at the end, all of us shall rejoice in this our Biafra. God will bless Biafra. God will bless all hardcore Biafrans all over the world. People that have sacrificed their life, everything they have for this struggle. May God Almighty bless them and protect them, so that all of us shall see Biafra. In the name of Yeshua Shaman, I pray. Amen.
Thank you very much. And this is where we draw the curtain for this segment. Honestly, I appreciate those of you who were able to call in. Sincere apology to those who I cannot pick their call at this moment. And for those of you who the Zoo Epileptic Network has been a challenge to, it is all good. We are here in the end. Goodbye, be good, and above all, be Biafra, because that is who you really are.
Biafra's Got Talent, exclusive.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike, Odogwana Barisuwan, na Biafra land. Mazuche mefo, di shike ni jipofo, Ojo Fogana,
Uche mefo, Woko Biama, Olu Mekelegi, BG Tekelegi, Biafra's Got Talent Tekelegi, Isuru Keme, everywhere putara wegi, Nonyere Masi Nnamdi Kanu.
Uche mefo,
Biafrans really believed in you and your commitment over our motherland. That is our only strength. Nkamere, IPOB Wanini, Hanasio.
When our director was in detention, he had to struggle for 2 years and counted. No matter the intimidation, he could run up again. We could be Jema for your jaw. Mabuna go to Betty run a bagging book. He made a copy get the jaw. Makimi hanging a jaw. Ibu Moke Jeba.
If on an American boya, as a cookie in the Canton, I want my old telephone. Toto Gaga Papa can a bargain yellow more the sick. If I had a book, ya fly up your lily. I don't go to Bunam the gun. On your sea,
I thank God that we have you, cause you made us believe in you. You promised to take us to the promised land. Biafra land is my motherland. Nandi Kano, Onyibe for. Iya di kunu ya bi kakola.